Hi, everybody. I'm Ed. I helped start Fingerpaint back in 2008. I'm going to share a couple of quick stories. One of the things that I like to do when we bring on senior people is I like to ask the car service guy that picks the person up at the airport, you know, are they nice to you? Do they treat you well? Because I know I'm always going to get people's best, but I want to make sure that they're taking care of the folks that they won't necessarily have to. And another thing that I like to do is, if it's a really senior position, is I like to ask my wife to join us for dinner. So we had a candidate back in 2015 that came up to Saratoga, and Lisa and I took him out to dinner. And we had a nice time, and I apologized to this person's wife who's here today. But when we got back in the car leaving the dinner, I said, well, what do you think? Because I tend to get enamored by resumes and where they've been. And, you know, I like to get a sense for her, is this a good character guy? And we got in the car, and I said to Lisa, you know, what do you think? And she's like, well, if you drop dead, I've got my plan B. So against my better judgment, I brought this person on. And any of you out there that have started your own company, you have to be a little bit of a narcissist or an egomaniac. You have to think that you can do it better than anybody else, right? And I would definitely put myself in that category. And when this person joined us in early 2016, we actually closed the deal at that awful Irish pub in the Marriott in Hanover, which many of you have been to. And at the time, Fingerpaint was about a $30 million company. And I said to this person, do me a favor, just don't crash the car. We're doing great. I'm like God's gift to healthcare marketing. Just keep the thing going, mind your contacts, and let's, you know, help me to grow this thing a little bit. And this person took us from 30 million to this year we're going to do 218 million. Now, many of you might consider that like really cool. Pardon the expression, I thought it was kind of a dick move. I thought I was really good. I thought I really am an awesome leader. And this guy turned around and basically blew me out of the water. And he's become one of my best friends. I love the guy. I'm so grateful to the MedEd News team for recognizing him. Aside from being a great leader and a great team player, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He's philanthropic. He fits us to a T. I consider him a great friend, and I'm so honored to recognize him as the Agency Person of the Year. So please, I think we're going to show a video, and then I will invite this person who my wife likes better than me and who grew the company better than me to come up and accept his very undeserving award.
Congrats, Bill. You're the GOAT, brother. Couldn't be happier for you. So well deserved. Thank you so much for all you've done for us over the years. You're a great guy, and I couldn't be happier for you.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers, Bill. Congratulations, babe, on this much-deserved award. Every day you are my biggest cheerleader, but today we are all yours, though I am the biggest and loudest of them all. So proud of you. Cheers, Bill.
Cheers, Bill! Cheers, Bill!
Lots of people talk about talent, but you created the perfect playground for our people to thrive.
Thanks for everything you do. Cheers to you, Bill.
Thanks for setting such high standards for us. You believe in us, and that makes us show up every day to win. Cheers, Bill.
Hey, partner. Thanks for giving me a chance and saying yes all those years ago. Best decision you ever made. Best partner I ever had. Cheers, Bill.
Thanks for being the person I'd follow anywhere and for making Fingerpaint so special too. Cheers, Bill.
I'm here with two of my friends who are at the top of their game, to another friend at the top of his. You are the leader that I aspire to be. Cheers, Bill.
Cheers, Bill.
Cheers, Dad.
Congratulations, Bill. I have so many great memories, but my favorite is the work dinner at Musso and Frank's, and specifically the cheese appetizer that had us all wondering. Cheers, Bill.
Bill, a huge congrats on being recognized as Industry Person of the Year. Not a surprise given all of the lives and businesses you've impacted over the years, and I'm so grateful personally for someone who's been a client, a colleague, and most important, a friend. Congrats again.
It's been an amazing journey, Bill. I'm so proud. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you, Bill.
Cheers, Bill.
Cheers, Bill!
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill McEllen.
Please don't dominate the rap, Jack, if you got nothing new to say. If you please don't back up the track, this train's got to run.
All right, I didn't think I was gonna get emotional. I got emotional. It feels like I said cheers. Cheers, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. I've been really fortunate in my career to stand up on this stage and many stages and accept awards on behalf of people and teams. And this one actually has my name on it, but it's no different than any other award. This is only possible because I've been really fortunate in my life and been surrounded by incredible, incredible people. In my 30 plus years, I've only worked at 4 companies. And looking out at this audience, it's probably weird. I feel myself really fortunate for that. The first 10 years I spent in sales and marketing roles at 2 different pharma companies. I learned the foundation of skills, and I really learned to love this industry. I was taught a couple of things that I'll never forget. One, be accountable for everything, the good and the bad. If you want to be the best, you've got to surround yourself with the best. And most importantly, leadership is all about followership. There's nothing good that's done without the support of a huge team. Starting as a client, my happy times during the day are always the times that I spend with our clients, and the support that I've gotten from all of you and all of you on the video, it's really been heartwarming. It was really touching. I never thought I'd be in pharmaceutical advertising. I never thought I'd be in healthcare advertising. My first pharma company, the head of sales and marketing said, hey, if you want to be in my shoes one day, you should spend time at an agency. I thought that was a horrible idea. Horrible. At that point in my career, I had never worked with an agency that I could see myself working at until I met Tori Laser McCann in a pitch process. And after working with them for a couple of years, and the company I was working at got acquired, they recruited me over for what I thought was going to be a year or two. I'm gonna check that box. I'm gonna do that thing, and then I'm gonna go back into marketing and continue my journey there. 13 years later, and honestly, more memories than I have minutes to talk about here tonight. I took away amazing experiences, amazing people, and really the essence of what that company was built on. And it was smart and fun. Hire smart people who want to have fun. The rest is going to work itself out. Really easy concept. Ridiculously difficult to execute on. So this guy calls me out of the blue. Hi, my name's Ed Mitzen. We've never met. I own a company called Fingerpaint. I'm not sure if you've heard of us. I think I have the makings to be a real player in this industry, and culture is everything to me. I can't take a step back to take a step forward. I need to bring somebody on board who can help me scale this without screwing up my culture. This was before I had dinner with Lisa. 10 years later, more than 10 times the size we are when I started, I'm really happy I took that call. For all the finger painters here tonight, for everybody back at the shop who couldn't be here, and most importantly, for all of you who chose to follow me here on this journey, thank you. Thank you very much. I couldn't be more proud of what we do every day. Steadfast through all of this has been my actual family, not my work family. My mom and dad, who I'm fortunate to still have with me, not here tonight, but I'm so thankful for them. I'm thankful for them to bring me in this world and set me up to be able to do this. My kids, Madeline, Julia, and Ryan, they are my inspiration every day to build something better. The fact that you've all chosen professions where you give back and help others is amazing. And it's truly a legacy worth living. My incredible wife, Rachel, my literal better half, anyone in this room who knows her, there's never going to be an argument with that. You make me better every day. You're the reason I'm here. I love you. All right, I'm going to keep it together as the industry person of the year. It feels like I should talk about our industry. And I don't have to tell this group, this is not an industry for the faint of heart. To be successful in this industry, you've got to work hard. You got to love what you do. You got to love who you do it with. Our highs are high, our lows are low. We can experience all of them on the same day. To explain that to someone who isn't in this industry isn't an easy thing. And unfortunately, our world wants to focus more on the negative than they want to focus on the positive. And trust me, I am the son of a retired undercover narcotics officer. My first job off the college campus was a pharma rep detailing Vicodin to oral surgeons. Trust me, I understand that struggle is very real. When it comes down to it, this industry is something where when my oldest daughter, Madeline, was in kindergarten, she came home and she said, I need to explain to the class tomorrow what mommy and daddy do for a living. I'm sure a number of you have had this in your time. I went, huh. You can tell your class that daddy helps sick people get the help that they need. That was probably a controversial statement at that time. That might not feel like what everyone here did today, but I do believe that that's our responsibility. That responsibility didn't hit home for me until it actually hit home. When I moved to Saratoga, and you move to a new place, you got to do the do. You got to do all of You know, you got to find the new dentist and you got to find the new doctor and everything. I may or may not have been long overdue for a physical. We've already established tonight, my wife is incredible, and she may have given me some positive nudging to go get said physical with the new doctor who you got to meet anyway. At that physical, I was diagnosed with a heart murmur, and I was told, go see a cardiologist. I was completely asymptomatic. This was not bothering me. I was trying to get an agency off the ground, really busy. Well, I mean, we've already established. I didn't have to say it. Ed said it, you know, like I was trying to do, the thing. Totally. We're going to talk about this later. So I'm asymptomatic, I'm busy, and honestly, I'm stupid. So I ignore that advice. More than a year later, I'm in another doctor's office, completely unrelated issue, still completely asymptomatic, and the nurse in the check-in felt like barely touched my chest with her stethoscope and pulled back, eyes really big, and said two things to me. The first was, please tell me someone has told you you have a heart murmur. And I sheepishly was like, yeah, I've heard that. And then she leaned in and said, please tell me you've seen somebody about this. Scared straight. I go see a cardiologist. I get diagnosed with severe mitral valve regurgitation. Tells me you're going to have open heart surgery, and if you don't do that, you're going to end up on an organ transplant list. The weird part is that was actually the good news for me of the appointment. It was followed up by, but you're still asymptomatic, you're relatively young, you're relatively healthy. There's not a clear course of action here, so we're going to watch and wait. Patience is not my virtue. Watch and wait was not what I wanted to hear. We spent a 2-year journey of going down the rabbit hole of what's the best thing to do. When should we treat this? Who should treat it? What should be done? Long story short, I'm fine. I'm great. I had an amazing surgical team. I've got a wicked ass scar to prove it. But those 2 years were frustrating. They were scary. And there was a ton of learning that went on with that. I would like to think that there are some people in this audience who help with the content of that learning. You ever work with Mount Sinai Hospital? You ever work with mitral valve? You ever work with Medtronics? Please find me tonight. I owe you a debt of gratitude, and I'm happy to buy you a drink. At the end of the day, what we do matters. When you're healthy, there's a million things that you can find to worry about. When you're not, there's only one. There's a lot that we could do with our collective gifts and skills. And we've chosen to do this. We've chosen healthcare. And at the end of the day, we do something that matters. So I appreciate all that you guys do every day. My only wish is you're as lucky as me to be able to do it with a group of people who you love and respect. Thank you very much. Cheers.